Hello everyone, hi, this is TK with TK's Topics. And this is a 1991 Honda Goldwing. This is my first carburetor rebuild. I started a video and my phone went into sleep mode and then I ended up having to start over. But anyway, I've already taken off the 8 screws. This is the top of the carburetor. This is the bottom. And I'm already getting some white stuff coming out of it. I had the bike running before I took these off here, but when I put it in gear, it just fell on its face. So I did let the bike set for about a year and a half. I did have stable in the fuel, but what happened was I noticed when I took off the breather for the air filter, this was actually had standing water in the bowl number 1 there. I think this is the main carburetor. I know they both work in unison, but seems like this one's the main guy. But anyway, the water somehow got, and the bike was not on its main stand. It was kicked over to the left, and I had a cover on the bike, but it blew off a few times. So anyway, like I said, I sucked water out of here with the shop vac, got that out, got the bike running. Went to ride it. Oh, I had put a new starter in it too. So, anyway, this is my first motorcycle carburetor rebuild. This is TK. Hello, everybody. TK Topics. I'm starting my own channel. I've got videos probably going back quite a few years. Not motorcycle carburetor videos, but different videos of just whatnot. I have rebuilt a couple quadrajets. I'm a big Oldsmobile guy. I don't have any Oldsmobiles now, but I've had 4 of them. 73 Cutlass Supreme was a race car I had. Big 455 in it. 411 differential. IROC blue, black top. Anyway. Boy, I used to have a lot of fun in that car when I was in my 20s. Anyway, I had a 74 with the 350 rocket in it, and I rebuilt that quadrajet. Was my first rebuild, and that was a 3-stage build. And I did the whole carburetor on my kitchen table on a towel, and put it back on the car, and it purred like a kitten. Just add a little fuel, and bam, quadrajet's full barrel. 74 Cutlass Supreme. Then I had one on an Olds 98 4-door, big old green ugly boat, big 455 turbo 400 transmission. I ended up selling that car to my good friend. He turned it into a crash up derby car. But anyway, back to the carburetor. So I have rebuilt some carburetors. First motorcycle carburetor, 1991 Honda Goldwing. I bought the bike about 3 or 4 years ago, and me and the wife love it. We rode it, and I got busy working. I had to park the bike along with my other bike, and I think pretty much I can say this is my fault. I did put stable in the tank. The gas coming out of the tank, even still coming out of the carburetor, it's not lacquered. The stable did help. Like I said, it had about probably a gallon in it. I added 4 more gallons of fresh gas, and I put some seafoam in it. I had the bike running, and when I backed it out the garage. I had put a new starter on it about 3 weeks ago. And anyway, that was the first time reverse worked since I've had the bike. But anyway, when I got the bike out, it was idling good, it was running good. But man, when I went to put it in gear, it'd fall right on its face and stall. Anyway, many times to get it back in here in the man cave. So I decided to clean the carburetor. I'm not doing a total rebuild on them. It's going to take everything apart. If I see that I really need to get a rebuild kit, I will. But I don't think I'm going to. I mean, I don't know if this has ever been rebuilt. I don't know too much history on it. But boy, there's some stuff coming out of there. you know, this piece here I took off the bottom. That's to where the radiator hooks up to this. And I'm going to guess this is on here for that water to run through there to heat up them carburetors. That's my guess. To help heat up the carburetors so the material, you know, and the floats and everything will warm up. And it also could be to cool it down when it's real hot, because it's got a radiator and it's got, you know, it's right in front of the bike, of course. It's got an electric fan on it. But, I mean, for the most part, this carburetor is not that bad. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, that's normal to me. But anyway, I'm doing the carburetor re-clean. We're going to call it 1991 Honda Goldwing. And we're off to the races. So, I'm going to get me a pick set and pull this gasket out here and here. Alright. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, we're back. Found some pickies. Okay. The one I'm looking for, it's got the hook on it, but I don't think this is going to be a problem. I just don't want to gouge this one here, actually. This old solder. Oh, okay, I see a... Looks like a deal here's hooked up. Yeah, I don't want to break that. Oh, no, there it went. That looks like the accelerator pump. And then we got some linkage here. Okay. I'll have to watch that little gasket there. Can you guys see that? Right there. So, okay. I'm just trying to be gentle on this seal here. Looks like it's pressed in there pretty good. I don't want to rip it or tear it. Ooh. Oh wow, that's in there pretty good. That there's two. Let's see. Ooh man, I don't want to. There's no way to push it out. You know what I'm gonna do? I was thinking I could vacuum suck that out. I think I'm just being a little over. Wow. That there's definitely going to be the way to get it. Man, I feel like I'm killing the worm, man. Man, I do not want to poke a hole in that. It is too. It's kind of eating at it. Ooh. That dude's been in there a while. Okay, here we go. Man, I'm probably going to have to get a rebuild kit. Oh, it's stretching a little bit. I don't want that. Oh man, she's really in there. Ooh, I don't know, guys. Wow, it looks like someone caulked it in there. Look at that. You think? Wow, it seems like it's been put in there with some kind of a adhesive. I'm trying to be gentle with it. Not stretch it out of place too much. But there's something sticky in here. It's my first motorcycle carburetor. Yeah, there's definitely, that ain't fuel. That's, I'll have to, I know somebody owns a motorcycle shop. Okay, so this would be I'm going to set that right there. That is the left side. Okay. That's the left side. We'll kind of pull this stuff up here. I ain't using that at all. Extension. Let's move this up here a little bit. Screw there. That white stuff, man. Wow, look at that. I don't know if that's that seafoam I sprayed. I don't know. It could be. I'm going to pause the video. So I'm going to do the same thing on the right. That way you don't have to watch the whole video. Pause that. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. TK Topics 91 Honda Goldwing carburetor re-clean at this point. Okay, so I really didn't have to use the set. I mean the pick set. I was really nervous about that pick poking a hole in that. So I just used this real tiny flathead. And I'm being gentle with it. This has definitely been glued in here. Or a sealant. See, that's kind of, I don't know if you can see that on camera. See, that's kind of gummy like. And I'm being gentle with this seal. I'm hoping not to have to rebuild. I don't want to buy a rebuild kit. Unless I really need it, then I will. But you know, my thinking is, wow, I don't want to put the carburetor back together. If it looks like it needs to be rebuilt, then I will. Okay, so I got the right side there, left side there. That's definitely been put in there with some kind of caulking or something. There's no doubt about it. But I got to remove this linkage here, and actually no, I take that back. What is it holding you? Okay, let's take a peek here. Okay, yeah, yep, there is some linkage there. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in here before. And there's something I'm going to do. I'll already have to use 1.5 readers. My bass player, he worked at Lockheed for 36 years. He just retired a couple years ago. But anyway, man, he gave me a really cool set of magnifying welder's glasses because he did all the cool stuff, electronics and stuff. Man, he's really, really talented guy. So, but yeah, anyway, I can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing that. I mean, I can see it, but that's definitely the counter key that would have been here is gone. They've used a small piece of wire. And it's, yeah, they didn't bend it over real good. That's going to come right off real quickly. You can see right there. I'll probably be able to just snatch that right out. But I am going to get my, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to go get my magnifying glasses. That's really going to be really cool. All right. The video's still hot. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I got some real good readers. Yeah. Man. I can actually take these off. I've got plenty of light, but if I do need them, back on there. You know, I just had an idea of incorporating these with my light. Put this light on there somehow. I'll figure it out. Anyway. Oh man. Woo! I saw the light. Okay, come here, counter key. You know what? I'll take that back. That looks like, now that I can see it, they did that right. That looks like the original. Yeah. it's got that little piece of plastic right there. I'm gonna have to actually put that back in there. Okay. Wow, I think about these guys that do this every day. Carburetors and stuff. There she came. Okay. That's definitely been taken out a few times. Boy, she's a little bitty. Ooh, she's little. That's easy to lose. I got some guitar strings here for that. Oh man, guys, this is like my eyes when I was in my 40s. Man, when I hit 50, I had to start wearing them readers. Boy, this right here is like my eyes when I was in my 30s and 40s. Okay, it looks like we might be able to pull that apart there. There's something else. There's a little washer right there. See that? I don't know if it's... I'm probably going to have to get a better setup on my camera. Okay. Alright, she popped that out of there. I know there's a washer that's got to go on there. And then there's more linkage on the other side. So I'll take my magnet and see if I can find that little washer. Probably down in here. Nope. She is not down in there. Oh, I see it. It's right here. Look. Right there. Got her. There she is. So I'll take that little washer and I'll put that with that little counter pin. I don't know. I think I might make another counter pin out of a guitar string or something. That's pretty bad, man. I don't know if that could take another bend. You can see where it broke there. That's been apart. This ain't the first time this car's been gone through for sure. There's another scar right here. Look at this. You guys probably can't see that. Right there. Bam. And there is some gel right there. And we're going to have to definitely take that little O-ring right there off. Man, now that I'm wearing these magnifiers, man, I can really see. Now this counter key here looks a lot better on this side. Yeah. So, let's see if we can just snatch it out of there. Screwdriver. Yeah. Yep, definitely gonna have to snatch her out. Let me see something here. Looks like I can maybe move that, no? That looks like you can. I'm trying not to put too much. You know, take the pressure off of it so that counter key will pull out. Okay, let's see. Halfway. There she goes. Okay. Yep. They're about in the same shape there. Yep. I may do that, and then I want to catch that little washer. Got her. Okay, we know where them go. Yeah. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's see if she'll come off there. All right. So I'm definitely going to be taking off this plastic here in a washer. I don't want them to melt in solvent. And there's one here. And there's a washer there on the back side. Okay, these are all together. Looks like there's a rubber seal there. It's not a seal, but yeah, there's. I might have to probably take this off. So I don't want solvent getting on that. It looks like that one there. It looks like a number 2. Okay. And then I want to take this off here. Okay, I'm going to pause the video right there. And we are starting to get down in this. Yeah, it's definitely a, what am I doing? That's a 2. I knew it was a 2. I've got a good 2 here. I know a lot of guys use hand screwdrivers, but I've been using drills for 30 years, and you know how to use a drill, especially an impact, man. You know, you can put stuff back together. You just got to be real gentle. Okay, that number 2's fitting good. Okay, there she came. All right. I want to make sure the video is still going before I go any further. Swing them up. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, we're still going. I'm going to pause it here for a second. Okay, we're back. 91 Honda Goldwing carburetor cleaned. Hopefully not a rebuild. So I just took this off here. It was here. I was concerned about this being in solvent. I didn't want to harm that rubber gasket there. And it just came off after I took the center screw out there with the number 2. And this was on the bottom, so we'll keep that. All this stuff here goes together. We know that. Okay. Cool. That can only go on one way. Man, having these are a game changer. Definitely. Let's see what kind of flow we got. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to have to get some really good quality paper towels. There was like a gel right here. I don't know if they put something on there so that slid in there, or if that was actual or the fuel. Ooh, man. She's barely flowing. But, you know, it's designed for fluid. I'm sure this probably pulls out. It's probably another seal down in there. Those are definitely set. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty hard. But I'm definitely going to have to get some... I got to get some carburetor cleaner, of course. And I was just going to use some the gas out of the tank to clean out everything, because it's good gas. Well, it's mixed, but man, the gas wasn't bad. I'm thinking the floats and the, you know, inside of here, all the jets and stuff. I mean, this definitely, all this has got to be clean. But anyway, so I'm just I'm seeing some. You know, when I took out these seals, there's definitely something they put in here to make them stay in. But yeah, I'll have to definitely research that. But there are some cracks here, right there. 1, 2. Yep, right there. Some pretty. No, I take that back. I don't know if them are cracks. When I clean it up, Looks like something got spattered on here. Looks like a... Wow, that's weird. I don't know. Something got on here. Wow. Could be plastic or something. Yeah, she's pretty dirty. So I'm thinking I could probably leave this on here. That held that. This ain't got nothing to do with the bike running. Probably snug that up a little bit. Let's see here. That way that'll stay on there. Okay, yeah, that'll stay on there. That's good. Number 3, right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really into this, man. I really want to learn, you know. I'm going to do everything I can to get this bike back to 100% running. After I get the bike running, I'll make a video, of course, when I put it all back together. Get the bike running. I know the carburetors are probably going to have to be synced. After I get the bike going and riding, I got to do a seal kit on the forks. They're done. Yeah. The bike's about almost at 100,000. I think it's at 96.8. Yeah. And I know the bike, the timing belt and all the gears and everything, I need to do that. I don't know if it's ever been done. I did, when I bought the bike, I found a receipt from the guy that owned it before the guy that I bought it from. And they put about $5,000 in the bike. Tires, the carburetors, of course. Just different things they did to the bike. All the fluids, you know, all that kind of stuff. Brakes. So, anyway, I'm gonna pause right here. I see some more seals here, and I want to keep these organized. So with the this is the left. Let me see here. Yeah, because when I flip this over, wow, look at that. This guy right here plays a very important role in this bike. I mean, the carburetor. That really does. That holds that together. I might be backwards on that. Let me see here. Yeah. Yeah, that's where the radiator goes. So I'm just kind of regrouping here. So I'm trying to remember. Yeah, when I took this off, the radiator was there. So that's the left side. Yeah, okay, good. All right, off you go. All right. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I'm putting all my seals here. That looks like that's going to come out pretty easily. Yeah, little flathead again. Wow, that kind of, yeah, that squares up over there. Wow, there's damage here too. Look at this. I don't understand why that would, that's crazy. Look at that, that's a bad gouge there. Wow, man, that's, I mean, that's got plastic on top of the carb right there. That's a pretty bad, that's been dropped or something. Okay, it looks like I got an area here where I can just kind of, yeah, look, came right under there. Wow, that's, I might have to file that down, or that's pretty nasty. That seal looks incredibly good. Yeah, look here, look at the, well, you guys probably can't see it. There's a little piece of metal right there from this area here. Yeah, you wouldn't want that going down on your freaking carburetor. But yeah, that's the left side. And we will take this off the same way. Gently. I think these are good. Yeah, man, they're not dry rotted, or there's a little, Yeah, right here where I just took this out, it's got a little bit of damage. Not too bad. Okay, so that goes there. All right. Are you guys still with me? All right. So, you know, I guess it's cool. You can always take the video and stop it and head where you want. And, wow. I'm trying to see what to do next here to get these babies apart. I know there's going to be... This is definitely... Where was that tube that went down inside that? Looked like it, yeah, right there. Where it had these two guys that come in on this here. That's definitely an accelerator pump right there. You can see it. That's pumping the fuel right in the top there. For sure. For sure. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to take this off here, this gasket. I'm going to roll that off. That's definitely got to come off. Anything rubber. Put my readers back on, man. Man. Okay. We're going to pause it again, guys. All right, we're back. 91. Carburetor clean. Maybe rebuild.
We shut down more than 3 a week. So quite literally, China is open for business. We are not. We're going to be laying all of that out today.
Okay, so.
And explaining how we can stop it.
Oh, yeah, I was taking that off.
The biggest thing they got mad at Trump about was saying America was open for business again. And in just 2 years, we went from the #3 exporter of energy to #1. The economy exploded.
That is definitely going to have to be cleaned
trillions
out.
of dollars of investment flowed back in the U.S. for the first time since the 1980s. Because Trump said there's a new sheriff in town. The globalists have been exporting all of our jobs to control us and to be middlemen to make themselves fabulously rich. Really since the mid-1980s.
Let's see here.
So this is a big deal. We are going to be laying it all out today.
So we'll leave it be, huh?
Patriots worldwide. The defense of
Definitely gonna need a pick under that. Back to the
vaccine spec. All right. You know nothing and be happy.
But this one is going to make your modified mRNA tingle. Time Lies presents Greatest Schwabs, Volume 15. A new world order in music.
That looks pretty good.
3, 4, 5, all the unvaccinated are still in.
Accelerator. This is the accelerator. This goes down the side there. That looks good. Okay, that's going to go into the...
Let's talk about Doc Fauci. Let's talk about all the weird and countless side effects maybe. Let's talk about vaccines.
I don't see any more rubber on there. Okay. Got it there. Got a long way to go.
You won't have to be rich with CBDC. You'll have all.
Looks like these. Wow, look at the crud coming out of here. Look at that. That's not good.
And you can walk 500 steps.
Oh, yeah.
Not a single step more until the curfew.
Yeah, I see a lot of stuff. That's the idle adjuster there. These are going to have to be blowed out. I'll take my compressor and blow them out once I get everything apart.
This ensures he doesn't procreate. Please stop believing.
Wow, look at this here. This has got some cracks on it. Right there. I know it's behind this. Wow, you can see here with that accelerator.
Greatest Schwabs,
That's actually, look, it's been hitting that. Look at that. You guys can see that. This here has been hitting that. I'm going to have to do something about that. Can you see that? That's been... Yeah, that was definitely... Wow, I'm really surprised that's not a hole. Look at that. I mean, the carburetor seemed like it got full throttle. But yeah, that's... Got to definitely look at that. I mean, eventually that's going to have a hole in it. That is a major vacuum. Wow.
Comes a brand new collection of hit songs.
These are going to have to come off here.
Supreme leader. Time Lies presents the great hero.
Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here. And so I'm spending a lot of time just analyzing. Okay, I'm going to pause it. Pause the video. Alright. Pause that too. Alright. I was going to show you guys the Goldwing real quick. Oops, sorry, got my finger in the way there. Okay. There she is. This is my man cave. The man cave. Literally. The man cave. Yeah, I got all my vintage stereo stuff in here. Yeah, man, I'm a musician. Yeah. I like to play the drums, man. But anyway, this is the... She's bad, man. I let her set out for a year, and that cover blew off there, and I put it on 5 or 6 times, and I got a real nice cover. But all the plastic's good, everything's good. Like I said, the front forks. Yeah, as you can see here, I don't have any light on that, but these boots are no good. And I'm going to have to vacuum suck that out. There's some pieces that went down in there. Of course, I'm going to put new carburetors, new plugs. Put new plugs in there. I'll have to back the bike out of here. I'm going to give it a good washing. Get all this soot and dirt. Bike's at 98.6. No, 98.893. But anyway, there she is. I also noticed when I bought the bike, they had put this for the fuel pump, a different switch, so that tells me that a relay or something went out, probably. The cruise control would only work sometimes, so that's something I'm going to look at as well. Got to have that. I'm going to convert the stereo over too as well. Put a flat screen in it. Touchscreen. The bike is a boat. It's huge. It's heavy. I'll get it all going, and I'm definitely looking into getting the dual clutch transmission. Probably a 2018 or a 2023 model. I know they increased the size of the luggage on the trunk, and the bags are bigger. I know their GPS is horrible on it, but that's not a big deal. They have aftermarket stuff for that, but the bike is definitely probably 120, 140 pounds lighter than this one, and it sets lower, so the center of gravity is a lot. I mean, I'm getting old, guys, and I got to think about, my passenger, my wife, being on the back of the bike. Got to drop my pride and my ego. And sometimes you just got to admit it. I mean, I'm strong and I'm healthy, but this bike is a behemoth. I definitely have a lot of respect for this bike. But anyway, this is going way too long. 40 minutes. Wow. Sorry, guys. I'm going to pause this. I'm really like in focus mode on that carburetor. But yeah, as you can see here, I'll go ahead and show you this. You can see the seals are leaking there really bad. Tires are good. I'll do the timing belt. That'll be the... When I take those forks off, I'll do the timing belt. That'll give me even more room to do that. All right, this TK, I'm going to pause it. 91 Honda Goldwing carburetor, seal kit, timing belt, and gears, and some modifications I'm going to do to the bike. So it'll be a lot of different videos. TKstopics.com. Okay, we're back. Sorry about... I'm long-winded. All right, stay focused here. I'm definitely going to have to move forward. Good thing I'm doing video footage of this. This is the left side. This is the right side. And that is the left carburetor. And that is the right carburetor. So now I'm going to remove these guys. I'm definitely going to have to do something here. I don't want that to poke a hole in that. I think what I'll do is I'll slide like another piece of rubber or maybe a piece of steel right there. And kind of maybe when I put this back together, kind of get that to pull over this way a little bit. But yeah, these definitely have to come off. And I'm probably going to be replacing this one. Looks like a number 2, which we already got. Nope. For a second there, I thought that might have been a 1/4 inch. That'd be even better. Let's see here. Where's my... Maybe a 1/4. No, that is not. It's... I thought that might be a hex head. Let me take off these here. No, that is not a 1/4. I want to make sure that I'm using a good... Man, that fits really nice. This one here is not as deep for this. I'm going to definitely switch over to a better bit. Okay, so we're going to get that in there. There she goes. And something I've learned with clamps, you want to, when you're taking these apart, you want to go slow. And when you're putting them together, you want to go slow. You don't want to heat them up. It's just like when you're taking a stainless steel bolt and you got a nylon nut that's going on it. You want to put it on slow because if you go real fast, you'll heat that nylon up and melt it and it'll snap the bolt. On, you know, giving it, for instance, swimming pool step systems that go in the water on the instep. Oops. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm glad that they put this. This is a very rigid hose here, and that's why it doesn't have a hole in it. We got that off pretty good there. Yeah, that's been on there a minute, so that's gonna get the camera right off. Man, I'm expecting some gummy bears to come out of that rascal. So what I'll do is I'll slide that up there, kind of keep these oriented. This one here may need to be loosened up a little more. Try not to use my fingers like that. That's... Yeah, that clamp there, I'm going to replace that. That's kind of... I don't like it. Yeah, she's kind of coming apart there a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably put a new one on there. Looks like a 1/4 inch. Yeah, they were on there good, so okay, we should go. You see, like, you probably can't see that, but that is cracked right there a little bit. But it's clamped way back here. She's been on there a minute. If I'm gonna go turn that, don't got damage or nothing. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. I think maybe I could just pry on that with a screwdriver. Kind of work her off a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to twist that off. She's been under a minute, ain't she? I'll tell you this, buddy, they put that on there. That clamped really, both of them. These are major vacuum. I have to look up and see what that is right there. They're coming under both. I don't know. I have to figure that out, what that is. Take these and kind of put them on there gently. See if I can get it to turn a little bit. Just a little bit, just to help me look around a little bit. Could probably be a little tighter than that. She's not moving yet. Man, that's definitely been on there a minute, huh? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tighten this up so I don't lose my clamp. There she goes, just got her smell on her. Okay, anyway, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to pry this off here. You guys know what I'm doing. That way the video's not so daggone long. Okay, we're back. So I just kept kind of pulling on it and I took these dudes here and I just kind of worked it back and forth. See, I got it loose. That should have come right off now. It's definitely moving. Man. Okay, I thought it would just slide right off, but I may need a little bit of assistance. Yeah, there she goes. There she comes, guys. Girls. Guys and girls. What do you mean call me a girl? I'm a woman, she says. Man, when I call my wife woman, she knows she's in trouble. Woman? I remember Jesus said to his mom, woman? She's like, telling him what to do at the wedding when he turns the water to wine. She's trying to tell her son what to do, and he goes, "Woman, what do I have to do, woman?" I thought that was kind of weird. Anyway, so, woman, here we go. Yeah, check that out, guys. Where that's been hitting at. No leaks. She's clear. That's good. Yeah, we're definitely going to put something over this. These are still good. I mean, there's no cracking. This is some good stuff there. It says Pro on it here. Moten Pro. It's kind of faded. This must have been... Oh, this is broken. This old clamp here. Look at that. A little bit of cracking there. But it doesn't go back. That's good. That's still good. That's not. That looks good there. You know, just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to put some either electrical tape or Gorilla tape, black Gorilla tape around that. Cut it to fit. Wrap it around that. And as well here. That'll give that some more life. They're good though. They're not, it's, you know, it's got that rubber. That's a good coating. Anyway, I'm spending way too much time on it. Wow, this is cool, man. Okay, next. All right. Wow, I'm really into this, guys. So we're definitely going to be taking some more linkage off. That's for sure. For sure. I got that off of a movie I was watching with Sylvester Stallone. In it. I can't remember the name of that movie. But anyway, that's where I got for sure. Okay. A couple of my guys that work for me, I do that to them. For sure! Okay. Anyway, wow. This is going to be a long video. I am not sorry. No. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, next. Okay. Wow. I'd like to be able to leave all that together if I can. Japan! Japani! Both of these. This is obviously the vacuum for these bladders that are in here to pull this back probably. Yeah. That's what these do. That's what they do. Okay. Wow. You know, they had fuel injection on the earlier, I think in 88, they came out with fuel injection and then they went back to carburetors. I think they might have had a problem. That'd be the only reason why they'd go back. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to see what I'm going to do next and plan it out. And then I'll record what I'm doing, guys. All right, we're back. So these two guys here, I'm gonna have to definitely take this guy off. on both sides. Because of course I'm going to have to soak that, so that powder key there is coming. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. This is absolutely hilarious. That's a little booger chicken wooger there. Boy, she's little.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live broadcasting worldwide from the Battle InfoWars studios in Austin, Texas. It's Wednesday, November 15th, 2023.
Man, I got a bunch of these.
Election day is only
As a matter of fact,
55 days, 12 hours, 53 minutes out.
I had a set of these. It's in my truck. Went in our, through our tires, going around a roundabout in Madison, Indiana, visiting my father-in-law. Anyway, this, almost, they're a little bit bigger, but they went right inside the tire and then they damaged the rim as well. I was changing tires for my dad in the garage when I was 14, 15 years old. I'd never seen nothing like that. I've seen about everything, but man, pretty crazy. All right, back to it. Ooh, man, that's a little booger, man. I'm going to have to tap that out. Straighten it up.
Greeted by the heir to come of the Democratic Party, Gavin the Minion Newsom, that just went to China a few weeks ago and curtsied before the communist death lord. And then they had ticker tape parades, not in communist China, but in San Francisco. And he's set to meet with
Need to straighten that up.
Biden, coming up about an hour and 45 minutes, and we'll also take you to that and lay it out. But
Boy, that is a little guy.
King's Court
Definitely don't want to mess with them adjustments. For sure.
leaders from the oil companies and big tech and media companies, literally they're prostrating themselves before him. Elon Musk is there to try to get more deals in China because China's open for business and America is not. China builds 3 new coal power plants a week. We shut down more than 3 a week. So quite literally, China is open for business. We are not. We're going to be laying all of that out today.
Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to snatch this one out. I'm going to have to push it out with some pliers.
America was open for business again, and in just 2 years, we went from the number 3 exporter of energy to number 1. The economy exploded, and trillions of dollars of investment flowed back in the U.S. for the first time since the 1980s. Because Trump said there's a new sheriff in town.
Man, I got to have something really tiny to get a hold of that. Let's see what else I got here.
Really since the mid-1980s.
I got some screwdrivers here for glasses and whatnot, but man, I should be able to. Maybe if I grab it from this side and twist it through, huh?
The head of the UN, deputy head of the UN, we have all the clips of them, the Davos script.
Maybe I can.
And now we've got Hochul in New York, the puppet governor. We've got Nikki Haley, who's the darling
It's
of the
loose.
establishment, plunging
Straighten her up a little bit, huh?
total censorship, surveillance, and control. That's the first big thing we're gonna hit right now. Infowars.com about
Come on,
Salazar
babe.
article. Nikki Haley calls.
Come on,
Social
buddy.
media post, national security threat will force every person to be verified by their name. And with that comes the Internet of Things, the social credit score, and the end of free speech as
Woo!
we know it.
Boy, she is holding on to dear life.
As well, that's what the EU is saying is law now, and it's all tied to your central bank digital currency that controls every facet of your life. She said it recently on Fox News interview. She also said it on another program. And then, of course, you know, the governor of New York said yesterday, let's go ahead and dovetail those clips together.
When I get into office, the first thing we have to do is social media accounts. Social media companies, they have to show America their algorithms. Let us see why they're pushing what they're pushing. The second thing is every person on social media should be verified by their name. That's
I'm definitely spinning it.
national security threat. When you do that, all of a sudden people have to.
All right, I'm gonna pause this and keep working on this, and I'll let you know how I did it when I get back.
When people know their name is next to what they say, and they know their pastor and their family members going to see.
Oh, we're recording. Yeah, let me pause. Yeah.
Causing blood clots, heart attacks, myocarditis, because I know their game.
Okay, I'm back.
And now they've done that.
So what I did was I switched over.
They're trying new lockdowns. They're trying more shots. They're doing it right now. This is a life and death situation, and that's why this.
I switched over to this side and got this counter key off. Okay. And I just wanted to make a note that this plastic piece is behind the brass on that side. And then on this side, it's a washer with a piece of plastic. Okay, so I'm going to put them aside right here with this other counter key that I know goes to hold that together. And I don't think I'm going to have to take this one off. I think I'll be able to, once I get this apart, just leave that on there. I don't see any more plastic on there. Well, no, I'll take that back. So I'm going to be soaking this in solvent, so I will have to get this off there so I don't eat that plastic up. I'll have to break that off there, that counter key, and put a new one on it. It's loose, but she just will not come out. I don't know why.
It's a big deal. I'm asking you for that. Start the next segment.
Yeah, because this whole bowl is going to be, I'm going to be cleaning that, and I don't want to get.
I say mean things about Israel because it can't be a sacred cow. It can't.
I don't know why it's not real tight. It's just, I guess, the way it's been. Man, that's a pretty good grip there.
And Europe to take the Muslims they're pushing out of Gaza.
I think they have to buy these counter, or make them. I'll make them out of some wire.
You take 1,000 of them in, probably 600 are dangerous.
I got that pretty steady. You know, you can just tap on these usually or kind of push on them.
You think we're the dumping ground for this crap. That said, I'm not against Israel, and I'm not against the Muslims. But I'm not going to sit here and go along with this. But separately, I'm not mad at the people of Israel. Just like I'm not mad at the people of America.
Man.
That we have this horrible creature, Biden, in power.
Okay. I'm going to deal with that later.
Who gave it?
I'm probably just going to snatch it off there and cut it. Man, I don't like to start. I like to conquer stuff. You know, that's just going to break off. I mean, that should just pull right out of it. It's not there.
But the mullahs only use it for weapons. So if you want to blame somebody, blame Biden, blame the globalists. They don't want that front and center. But now the State Department is admitting that.
Looks like I got one side of it.
They wanted this. They triggered this. Netanyahu was in trouble. The Israeli government stood down. 5 attack helicopters would have stopped those couple thousand fighters. They stood down for 7 hours.
There she comes. Bam, just like that, right?
And we know
okay,
Israel
that's that
wants the
side.
Gaza Strip. And now it says they're going to basically take it. And then we're supposed to take the people from there.
Washer, plastic. Washer, plastic.
Israel take the refugees.
I'm going to put that right there. Keep those together.
Seriously, I'm insulted. I got the articles, the names of the leaders. It's all over. We had Breitbart calling for it, of all places. I like Breitbart.
A piece of plastic behind that as well.
We got Harvard calling for bringing them here. And I am insulted.
I also want to make sure that
rattlesnake. You say flatten it all.
This is to the left, that's to the right. This is coming down, it's going up like an L. Okay. That way I can kind of remember that.
I'm not going to take this.
And here's that piece of plastic. It's a hard piece, but I don't want to get solvent on that.
And I'm pissed.
And we're going to
here's a couple clips.
leave that right there. That's where she was. Okay, all right. So it looks like now I'm going to have to pull these apart here. These can stay.
You know, single-mindedly refusing
I am going to have to take these off too because these bladders are going to have to come off, right? Yeah.
The argument that
so I need to bend this over carefully.
Is going to be able to be used by Iran.
Okay, I bent that over.
They do use it, and they use $1 million.
Looks like if I take those screws off there,
of this money,
that's holding that bracket.
Another $1 million that they would have spent. They would have had to spend on
that way. I really don't, hurt that. So we're good here. This is going to come off.
I understand
this is going to come off here.
I don't agree with it, and here's why. If they were sitting on that $1 million, they would use it for their destabilizing activities to fund terrorism and deny medicine to their people. That's the point I'm making. And so, to approve $1 million,
obviously we're going to have to.
Transactions
you can see here these broke.
Benefits to the Iranian people that they would not have otherwise gotten.
They broke right there, and that's why they put that gray on there. That's not factory. I'm assuming.
I think that
not even a clamp or anything. Look at that. We slid them on there.
They were going to conduct destabilizing activities. They were doing it before 2018 when the Trump administration.
Yeah, these are set in there. We don't want to pull them out.
Which is why we have an entire set of policies.
I don't know if it's going to be easier here.
Destabilizing activities. And part of our policy has always been not to penalize the Iranian people. There is no country in the world where we deny access to food and medicine, and where our sanctions target food and medicine and other humanitarian goods to the people.
Yeah, these are
with respect to
like
Russia,
they're set in
respect to Iran. It's true with respect to every country in the world, and it always has been. That is the policy of the United States.
And then, what about the fungibility argument that you heard?
So we're going to have to pull them off there.
Pause this for a minute. We put horrible sanctions on Iraq in 1990. Then Clinton gets in, and by 94, triples them and cuts all the medicine, all the aid off, and millions die. Couple million. Half of them choke. And you've seen the Secretary of State Albright say it was a good price to pay. She said it in the middle of it. It was 500,000 kids, a million total. Okay? Because it went on for a few more years, like 4 more years. So that's a lie, too. So he's up here trying to act like, oh, we control the money because, they use
I mean, you keep these together, you can see where they go back. But what I'll do, this is setting like this for the video. This is the left carburetor, this is the right. That goes on the bottom, right here.
A lot with money from South Korea.
Yes, okay. Because they're pretty close.
Why is that argument wrong?
So I will say we have heard this a lot, we've addressed it a lot. So with respect to the Iranian regime, it has always funded
moving that around a little bit.
It has done that first and foremost.
Right
it's
off.
one of
Very
its top
good.
priorities.
It
It does that
here.
whether its people receive humanitarian benefits or
looks like that whole
to the extent
accelerator.
That the Iranian people have greater access to food
that
or
pump, that's a pump. Yeah, see where that pushes down? That's definitely got a diaphragm in there.
It goes on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, they think we're stupid.
That's kind of like
So
a
let's look at these headlines. Infowars.com, it lists them.
Holly carburetor's got
Senior
something
members
similar to
of
that.
the
Anyway,
political
okay.
parties there.
So there was
Israel
that.
demand West accept Gaza refugees.
I'm just
The Wall
about
Street Journal
got
out
these
there,
off.
link to it. Calls the West to take in Gaza refugees,
Okay,
particularly
I'll loosen
lines
these
of
up
Israel's
here.
designed ethnic cleansing policy.
These definitely have to
relocating
come
most
off.
Palestinians out of Gaza.
This bracket here is going to have to come
I'm
off.
sorry, that's a loaded
Number
term. That's what
2.
it is. I mean, they said we're going to commit ethnic cleansing. Leaked internal government documents call for Israel force out
I wanna make
2.3
sure
million
that's a good
Palestinians
fit.
from Gaza into Egypt and then send them here into Europe. Here's the Wall Street Journal article. The West should welcome Gaza refugees. Europe and the U.S. sent the millions who
Ooh,
fled
hold on.
earlier wars. And that's from Israel.
Let me try it.
No,
Something
no,
on here
no,
might be a little better for this.
No. I am.
That is not
This
happening.
is a bridge too far. Israel would never take those people in a minute. Because if they took 100
Man, that fits pretty good there.
60 of them support Hamas and probably
Yeah, see that one.
blow something up or kill
That one there is not as. For this set of screws here, we're going to use a different number 2.
You don't want a suicide bomb. Then you do
Yeah,
not.
this one here is narrow. It's
And I want
longer.
Washington that just bows
It's
down to
in there
Israel
pretty good.
and bows down to the
Yeah, there she
Palestinians
went.
and all these
Easily.
people to take care of our country.
Do not
And
want
all
to
the
gum up
people that live
these.
here. Here's Pierce Corbyn, who's a great
Nice
political
and
analyst
slow.
in the UK. talks about the October 7th Hamas terror attacks were a false flag operation. The Israeli government wanted it to happen. And a guy in the chair said, here's Alex Jones and his brothers Trump, whatever that means. Oh, it's Alex Jones
there.
saying
Is that a lock washer?
The majority of the people in Israel,
Lock
80+% know that. It's a fact. Why isn't it being investigated? Netanyahu says, well, once the war's over, they will. Bull. Bull. The globalists want worldwide destabilization. They're
Might be
doing
able to leave that one on there. Yeah.
And I'm not against the Jews.
These are going to have to come off.
I'm not against the Muslims.
Yep.
I am
And
not
then
going to be
we'll
a
actually
party to
keep
this.
that with that.
And then take
This bracket here
the
that holds
war
on
wreckage
these
of it with a bunch of people with chips on their shoulder
vacuums.
that then wed
Hoses.
themselves to the Democratic Party and leftists to then bring this country down. Here he is.
What was your initial reaction on the 7th of October when Hamas invaded Israel? You know, what did you think? What did you feel?
Well, I was suspicious from the start because the gates were clearly opened for soldiers, whatever they were, to come in, and you know, then they were let out. So the whole thing, whatever had happened, was done with the connivance of the government of Israel, or even well, they used what happened as a pretext. It was a prepared thing, and people died as a consequence because of the Israeli government wanted to allow it to happen.
Do I understand correctly? You're saying it was basically a false flag
Okay,
operation?
we got that one to move there.
False flag operation. That operation on that day was
Make sure I'm not poking that. There.
Israel at the highest level.
There she goes.
Because they let in these soldiers. Now, they knew the soldiers were going to kill people,
Goes.
which I think they did.
Okay.
There were also fake stories
So
about
for video reference,
baby beheadings, which didn't happen.
I'm gonna put
So
that
it's a bit
screw back in there.
well,
Set that aside.
say the Pearl Harbor. The
I'm actually gonna
American government knew it was going to happen.
put this in a
Allowed the
better
Japanese
place.
planes in. Knew
Right
some
up
of
here
those
would be
soldiers
good.
would
I
be
wouldn't
killed,
pick that.
ships sunk, but they would
And
get
she's
out
actually
of it
sitting there really good. All right, good.
to join the war.
Okay, that took a
That's what
minute.
they did.
All
So
right,
here, the
we're
steers-
getting close.
it was this-
Where
it
we're
was a
separating
pretext
these.
to launch this genocide attack. This thing they did on the 7th of October was clearly something which they'd been either tricked
These are
into,
going to have to come off.
paid to do, or whatever. It was timed.
It's got a bracket here,
Prepare for this
and then this
genocide
one here is going to have
and
to
get
be
the oil under
moved.
Gaza.
I assume you've seen these posters of Israeli hostages around London, and I assume you know that many of them
Oh,
are
that's
pulled
not
down.
even-
You know, almost the majority of them are pulled down within 24 hours.
It looks like that
Why
used to
do you
be
think that is?
Because people support
up here.
Palestine, and they see that as opposition to Palestine.
I used to be up here.
propaganda.
Why is it that they see...
Somebody
Well, I think look,
moved it
all
back
of these
there.
hostages, now listen, just go back to the 7th of October. What happened?
So let's
The-
pull
the
that
gates were
this
open.
way.
These soldiers, or maybe they're not soldiers, they're paid
And
operatives, I
this
don't know.
here's going to
Go
have
in,
to.
collect people, they let them out with these hostages an hour or two later. Well, that's done in an arranged way. So maybe these hostages.
Whoever
are not
did
really
this
hostages.
deliberately
Some
put
of them
these
might
back
be, some of
here
them might
further
be just, okay,
than up here.
We're gonna be hostages today. You know,
I guess that's got more
reason.
integrity,
I don't know, but a big
being a new
aspect of
spot.
that thing on the 7th of October was fake. It's organised, it was controlled.
And all over Twitter, they're calling for him and others to be sued, like I was for Sandy Hook, for questioning something that obviously, doesn't make sense. So they did stand down for at least 7 hours. Most estimates are 8 or 9 hours. That's not the Jewish people that did that. It's the government that did it. The same ones that used them as guinea pigs.
That is
Which
not
again, the Jews
collapsing.
were particularly targeted. Only other place that did it worse was Singapore
Yeah, see, that's all
with
way.
the poison shots. So the people in Israel are not exempt from the
See
New
if I
World
can-
Order, is my point. And we're all being played off against each other. Very, 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 very.
Spin this
very
around and get a better hold
suspicious.
on it.
Continue to lay all of this out. I want to get into some of the good news here in just a moment. Again, this story, people are like, why is this important? Believe me, it is.
Okay,
I'm
there
going
she
to try to
is.
explain it as best I can. This is the key to victory. If you want solutions, this is it.
Okay, for video
There's a
reference.
documentary about this. We'll go to this in a moment. Listeners, we're in the age of
This is
censorship and
the
control.
left.
Populists are
This
being
is the
arrested.
right.
News outlets that are
This is
independent
coming
being
off of
shut
this
down.
side.
Journalists are being jailed. And
Comes down to a three-way right here.
To shut this operation down. And
That's the idle. Yeah.
About
That's
the
your idler.
situation here when we declared bankruptcy a year and a half ago.
You should be able to yank
corporately,
that
a year ago
off.
myself, I said if this goes through, which
Look
it
at
is
this
going
right here.
through,
This is.
on the InfoWars
I'm not going to be able to
we'll
soak that
there indefinitely.
or that.
But if we don't, we'll be shut down. And we're at the point where I have to pay half the legal bills in this operation. I don't have any money. In fact, I'm upside down. Several $1 million. Sounds like a lot in this fight. It's not. And millions of listeners, if you just decide to go to InfoWarsStore.com and get products you already need, we will stay on air. But it is literally not George Soros that can shut this place down, or Bill Clinton, or the New World Order. It is you.
Okay, here she comes.
I'm not complaining.
Okay,
If you decide to not go to InfoWarsStore.com and get Ultra 12, the highest quality B12,
Okay.
those incredible
This
things
bracket
for your whole
here
body,
looks like it's going to have to come off,
then that's your
definitely.
decision. 40% off right now. If you decide to not go there and get our great private label series, what that means is
If you
3
guys can see
best-selling
that,
products
some-
from a top manufacturer that we
That
discount
bracket
your
there is
other
going to have to
private
come
label
off, so
and
that
sell
that.
it because the manufacturers are listeners. HGH Max
It
Boost.
seems like you might be able to
your
just
energy,
slide
your
that through
stamina,
there,
your
but
libido, your whole body, your telomeres, what it does naturally.
bracket's
it
holding
really
that in
works.
place.
It's discounted. InfoWars
I definitely don't want to
Platinum.
be taking this
Same folks
apart
put it out.
here.
That's our
I'm definitely
name.
going to clean it and
They're
blow
already
it.
best-selling product. Already certified,
I'll use
best-selling,
non-solvent
tested.
spray on that, or
Can't lose when you're doing that.
maybe just
Great
some
natural
soapy
pain
water.
relief, Pain MD.
Clean it up real good,
77
dry it, air dry it,
testosterone boost that
blow it
helps
out.
accelerate and empower the testosterone that's already in your body to higher levels. Weight loss, energy, everything. 1776 testosterone boost. It's the InfoWars Platinum line, 3 products, InfoWarsStore.com.
Okay, there she goes. See her turning?
1776 testosterone boost.
Turn in there.
And, of course,
I might be able to.
HH Max Boost.
That clamps
Another
right
bestseller
there.
we got because people use it, they love it, and it just does so much for their bodies. I mean, we don't sell it as this, but men take it, I'm taking it, and it's like, whoa, this is like Cialis or something. That's what it does to your arteries, your veins, your heart, cleaning out the blood. The biggest thing you do to detoxify is take Nitric Boost at InfoWarsStore.com.
Okay, she's turning.
Nitric Boost, another great product. And if you want to fundraise, because I actually get some of the money from that, get the signed book, The Great Awakening, Part 2 of the Great Reset
Okay,
of the
I'm
World. The
probably
Great
gonna have to
Awakening
take that
plan to
off.
defeat the globalist and launch the next great renaissance.
I figured I could just maybe twist
It's
that
$100
off,
or $99.
like I'm
You get the
doing.
signed one, limited edition. You know you funded the
I figured
operation.
maybe it might
You know you stood up for freedom. We need the funds.
come
That's the
through
number one
there.
thing you do is get The Great Awakening. It's twice as long as the last book. You don't have the money for that, get the unsigned. That also supports. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139.
Okay, she
I wanna
is
thank
coming
you
off.
all for your incredible support and what you've done. Get a book, get a film, get a t-shirt, get a water filtration system, get storable food. It's all there on the site.
Definitely pretty loose.
If you build our own economy and you support the people that are fearless in fighting tyranny, we can win. Give you dough? Katie bar the door. Everybody needs high quality colloidal silver. Silver bullet, 30 parts per million from the top lab in the country. You can buy the same stuff at Whole Foods under another name. They got great stuff. You buy it from us, it keeps us on air. Everybody needs this in their medicine cabinet. Take it orally or topically. Supernatural. I mean, it's supernatural. It's a super quality natural product that everybody needs to staple. Get Silver Bullet, InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. And segueing out of that, I want to thank you all for your support.
I just need a longer
I just wanna
screwdriver to
ask
pry
folks
that.
have it. You're listening, you're
That's
sharing
just a
the links,
bracket
you're
there. That
sharing
ain't
the
gonna
link.
hurt it.
Less than 1% of the audience goes and buys the product. If just another 0.5% would go by it, it would fix the problem. You've got to support us, folks. We're fearless. We're fighting back. But if you don't,
There she
I'm not
goes.
mad at you. It's your decision. But I'm actually flabbergasted.
Yeah, it worked out like I thought it would.
InfoWarsStore.com.
Ah,
All right.
oops.
You want people to fight for you. You want somebody to stand up. And it's all good
Okay.
to stand up and don't have an effect. We have
So
warned billions of
that
people
went through that
chain
bracket
reaction about the poison shot.
and slid
We've
up
been
on there.
together as an audience of activists. We've helped stop
Put
the new
that right
rollout
there.
of
Video,
COVID.
make sure the video's recording.
I mean, we've got important work to do. We are the
Not, I'll put it back.
for much of what you see on all the other top
1 hour and 20 minutes. Wow. This is going to be 2 hours.
And
Okay.
it's, again, just critical that you understand
Alrighty.
how late the hour is, so I thank you for your consideration.
So it looks like...
InfoWarsStore.com. Alright, I could talk for 10 hours about this, but I'm going to talk for 6 minutes before break and 5 minutes into the next
I
segment.
definitely do not want to get any solvent on that little rubber boot there, on this accelerator pump. Or what? It's a pump, yeah, it's a pump of fluid.
They want a post-human world, they want to make humans obsolete.
Wow, so
15-minute cities. They want kill switches in our cars.
that's got a plastic piece there as well. We don't want to break that. Well, right there, hard plastic. That's got a lot of tension on it.
So if you go back
I don't want to remove that.
UN documents 30 years ago, they said we want robots, self-checkout.
Looks like if I just take this loose,
we want big box stores and regulations to shut down all the small farmers. It's only big agribusiness.
Looks like a number 2.
And then we can make people have national ID cards and vaccine cards. They said this 20 years ago. And 16, 17 years ago, Operation Lockstep.
Don't want to strip
So
that
if you
out.
don't have your smartphone in your pass, you can't get in the grocery
Okay,
store.
so that is where the cables for your throttle come up and down on that. I just took this bracket off here. You can see that. There is a lot of stuff here we got to be careful. Okay, hold on.
They're trying to make you do self-checkout. They're trying to bully you to get on the app.
So this whole deal here.
All out of the globalist operation. Go to the airport. You can barely find a restaurant now where you talk to human and order your food. It's on a computer and then it's made in some kitchen. Now they're
Okay, so
robots.
that's going to be just like that. So what I'm going to do,
Across the world. And even
I'm not going to be able to put a piece of
personal
tape on that. I'd like to.
in South Austin. So if we decide to not patronize the synthetic
I'd like to keep that all
poison
together.
meat or the shots or the
Yeah,
dry clean
block
pedophile
nut,
time, or
plastic,
stores that
brass,
have
plastic. That's
self-checkout
pretty
lanes.
much the other way.
If
That's
people
the
just
bypass.
refuse those, it's not
So
innovation, it's control.
let's see
It will
here.
force them to hire humans, and it will break their back. And because profits have been so low, you can go to a grocery store and they got 20 self-checkout lanes and 5 or 6 human lanes.
So that
but
speaks for itself. Okay,
one
that'll stay in there.
And there'll be
Yeah.
50 to 100 people lined up around
No, that's
the
got to
store.
come out. Okay. That only goes one way. Look at that. That's brass.
Because instinctively,
Cool. I can.
they realize it's a control system.
So this goes on last. It's got a
And so
lock
now,
washer.
big stores in
It
England,
goes like that.
hundreds of stores are closing, and all but 2
I'm gonna lay that bad boy.
are closing self-checkout.
TK,
All but 2
lay it up here.
are keeping any self-checkout. To force it, they tried to do it.
All right.
It failed. Demand human interaction. Demand. It's not like, oh, we don't need to work anymore. Robots do it. They're getting
All right,
rid
that's
of
gonna
us.
be all right.
They say go play video games and take Prozac.
Okay, look at that,
commit
guys.
suicide.
Okay, I
That's
just
the
seen
plan.
something drop.
Go live in the metaverse. You're not essential.
Hold on here a minute.
So if we buy from local farmers and don't just not use self-checkout,
I know there's
but
a-
expand it out to whenever you can, only eat at a mom and pop. Whenever you can, even though it's more money, go to a local grocery store.
I'm gonna say
once these
that
predators have
was-
shut down all their competition, they need to bar the door. Here in the
That makes sense. That came off of here. This lock washer would have been the last thing to hold all that on. Look, bam.
Walmart, Costco, other companies rethink
Bam.
self-checkout. Seeing
Exactly.
a backlash against self-checkout is growing.
Cool.
As stores are starting to dial back. Over the past few
Ruh-roh.
years. That was their plan with COVID. Booths, a British supermarket chain, is removing self-checkout stations in all but 2 of its 28 stores. There's a couple hundred here. They're doing it. There's other companies. In the United States, Walmart, Costco, and
keep
others
all
chains
this.
have also revised their self-checkout strategies. They go on to say the customers don't like it, it doesn't work well, it causes more theft.
All right,
People
we're good.
just
Okay.
don't want it.
All right, now we got them separated.
No, one different apple versus another, for example. It just
I
goes
don't
on.
want to take apart
So we're not
that.
complying. People are rejecting it.
That is the
People
idle
are absolutely turning against it.
adjuster.
And an anti.
Looks like we'll go to.
It's like self-driving cars. Why do you not want to learn
Yeah,
to drive
that's
a
a
car?
cable,
It's fun.
that's
it's good
okay.
for you. And then all these studies where humans are
That's
still
definitely a cable in
way
there.
better than self-driving cars. And the cost mom says, well, you won't have a car soon because you don't need to drive it.
It turns
we'll
this
do it for
up.
you. It's all about
paralyzing
you from the neck down. And making
I
you
really
obsolete.
don't want to mess with that. It looks like
on
it's kind of
and on and on. But again, it's not that a new
damaged a
technology
little
is
bit.
bad. It's
So I'm going to try to leave that on there.
To completely control you and make you obsolete. So just reject the shots. Reject the pedophilia. Reject the open borders. Reject the corporations. Reject.
Oh, that's made into the carburetor. Yeah, it's just, that's how that idle. That's how you can turn your open up your throttle.
Chain, eat there. You got to go in here, whatever. The point is, when you can realize that this is a predatory takeover, and this is how they're really attacking us.
I'm going to have to take this off here.
This is a big victory that people are rejecting self-checkout all over the world. This is so important. They want to kill human interaction. Hour number 2.
Okay, so we're going to get the right carburetor on that side, and there's that for the hose. That goes to that. Oh, something just fell. This here is the left side.
Please listen closely because this is life-changing critical information. The globalists are
something did drop over here.
Let's see what that.
Oh, that's one of them screws, right?
The water, the food, the 5G, the poison shots.
This goes on that bracket. We want to keep that
GMO,
together.
all of it.
There's that.
God's given us compounds through nature that do incredible things in our body. And one of the most important, not the most important, is vitamin D.
So when I start disassembling, I want to put the left side there and the right side there. That way we can kind of keep everything up where it went.
Absorption, and it's 40% off right now at InfoWarsStore.com. So go to InfoWarsStore.com right now. Get your Ultra 12 and other great products.
So the only thing that I see on here still that I need to get off is that boot right there.
That is a 360 win. The only way you lose is not taking action.
Looks like it may come off. We definitely don't want to get solvent on that.
InfoWarsStore.com right now. Got a big guest coming up next segment. Stay with us. But I want to get back to self-checkout in restaurants where you talk to a robot. It's admitted they're getting you ready for the cashless society.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going
to
tear that up.
Put a 200 square foot coffin apartment. You read this big CNN article, it admits that it caused more crime, less things being bought.
Yeah, you can hear it.
Walmart's, it reports here, are pulling out self-checkout everywhere. I was in Mexico a few months ago.
I'm definitely going to want to clean that.
There's no self-checkout. People aren't going to do that. We're building a world for humans. We're not opting in to a world that
I guess I could just take this off here.
We're not submitting to
unbolt
this
that.
tyranny. We're not going along.
Set that aside. I don't think I'm going to have to clean that inside there.
Build our environment.
I'll have to look on YouTube on some of the carburetor videos that guys have already done.
But it's the medium-sized stores, the Walgreens, the mom and pops, and others that have had the snatch and grabs with the Soros.
Yeah, that way I don't destroy that. So yeah, I'm gonna take that off there.
And no one's gonna stop.
This is a note for me on my video. This is on the right side.
You gotta go to Walmart. It's an economic
this
war.
Is
they admit. In the article,
left carburetor.
They say corporations tried to force everyone to get rid of checkers during COVID. Self-checkout expanded at supermarkets. Early 2000s, stores looked to cut costs. And during the pandemic, shoppers used self-checkout for the first time to minimize close interaction with employees or customers. Yeah, you got to be isolated from the humans and be locked up in the gulag. And it goes on and on. So this
okay, so we're going to take what I'm going to call the accelerator.
Shows deep down human instincts. And really shows that this is what needs to be done.
I know.
That people need to fully reject whatever Hollywood, whatever the corporate media says. Guys, cue up Dana White.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty
good fit.
This
has got tens of millions of views.
This is going to be too deep.
I love Dana White. And he says, look, after COVID, no
I don't know. I'm liking that one there a little bit.
I don't believe a word they say.
For this is going to be better for these two. This bit here, number 2, is a little deeper.
You have to exit the system. We have to stop trusting a system that's broken its trust in us. Here's a clip of Dana White.
I will never talk to a doctor about my general health ever again. If I break my arm, I'm going to go see a doctor. If I need surgery, I'm going to go see a doctor. My general health, never again. None of them know what they're talking about. They're all foolish.
Oh, actually,
all they
that's
know
not gonna.
is to put you on pills and put you on medicine. That's all they know.
So what's the bottom line here?
Lock washer, of course.
When you shop at a store, or you support a broadcast,
Right
or you
there,
support
okay.
a church, or you're supporting culture, your money is power.
I don't know. Let's
That's
see
the
here.
real
Yeah, cool. That came right off.
democratization. And that's why we don't have a free market
I'm gonna
system.
clean this up, but I'll
System
probably
going into a globalist post-human system. That's why where you spend your money is the most powerful thing
This
you
is
can
definitely
do,
good.
other than raising good, straight, and
But
strong
I'll clean this
children
up gently
that
and
understand
stay
the
away
big
from
picture.
solvents on
And that's
that.
why I tell listeners, in this collapsing economy, in this new world order, in all the attacks
Okay,
they've
so
thrown
that
us,
goes
the more something's attacked by the enemy,
on the
more
right
that's why you should support
side.
it. And that's why we need your support at InfoWarsStore.com. You need to commit, not to go buy a supplement that's super powerful as a great job.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the video, take a break for a minute.
To say, hey, I'm going to shop locally. I'm going to start
We're in a pretty good spot there.
church that's exposed.
Next is going to be this cap here.
I'm going to buy products at InfoWarsStore.com because when we got the Bill Clinton documents a few years ago in WorldNet Daily, like 6-7 years ago,
1 hour and 31.
Clinton Library in Little Rock,
Pause.
ID and the CBDC, and it looked like,
Okay, we are back.
It looked like the digital ID system was
All right.
a prerequisite for the CBDC, but as of this morning, when I read
I
the
really didn't even get to go nowhere.
it's looking like
I was just overlooking this,
they might
and
not even be needing the ID
so I'm going to
as
remove
much,
this cap
particularly
here.
for the poor people, because they're
exactly. No, that's it. They're going to roll it out as a freebie deal to get people to just sign up at first.
And that fits
Correct.
really good.
So the CBDC will provide incentives, and the poor will be using the CBDC. So where if you're middle class and up, the digital ID is going to be how they track and monitor you. And if you're poor, they're going to say,
Okay,
oh,
I need to
you're
make a
too
note.
dumb to get an ID, but we'll track
This
you
is the right
through
carburetor.
the CBDC. So it has this.
So at the top of the carburetor,
the digital ID to the
this
CBDC,
is
where they both need each other.
up here, like that. And I'll look at the video just to make sure. Okay.
Absolutely, but you made a key point here. I've seen you criticize on
So
Twitter,
we're going to keep
Instagram.
that there.
Look at this Zionist. Look at this guy. No, you're pulling above it and saying clearly Israel's shut down, but clearly George Soros and the Rothschilds and New Order and the media are pushing, 10-1 the pro-Muslim thing. They're trying to cause this clash of civilizations. It was like that famous Indiana Jones.
I think this has got a spring in it, maybe.
And so they're constantly moving whatever the issue is to galvanize. So before it's like, oh, George Soros represents black people. Let's raise $50 billion. They go to the Democratic Party, give nothing to black people.
I am not liking the way that one is fitting. Hold on.
It's the same thing.
And you can see it's kind of gummied up a little bit.
So they go from the white people praising and worshiping Black Lives Matter to now they praise and worship
That's
Hamas.
jumping around a little bit.
All it is the globalists hiding behind a new group.
Yeah. So
Let's see how that.
Palestine is the new BLM. So now we call that PLM, right? And like you said, they
basically the same. This is a little better. I think I just got to push down on a little bit harder.
And then they'll couple in Islamophobia, right? So we have
and that gives them censorship. And let's not forget, Ukraine decisively loses the war. NATO loses. They flip the switch on the 7th. It all jumps tracks to this. Keep going. Sorry, just dead on.
Right. So the press secretary talks about Islamophobia.
Yeah, there is a spring in
then
there.
You have Kamala Harris, or Malaka Harris, talks about Islamophobia. And really all this stuff is about censorship of speech.
Set that down like
just
that.
slowly peeling away the First Amendment. As you know,
And what I'll do is
socialists are represented by the turtle.
Nice and clean
used
hair.
to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they like to move and take away rights
like it's
slowly.
good.
So that's what a lot of this stuff is.
So this is the
towards.
right side.
Not only that, but also divide, right? Divide and conquer is always one of their tactics.
And it's got a little.
To keep
I noticed that
state of
it's got a
chaos,
little indentation there. It looks like it lets
many
air in
people
there
who were
or something.
undecided if they were going to vote or not. But now you have this whole conflict, and you have many people deciding that they're now going to go out and vote. So they're going to make
see that little notch right there?
Particularly Democrat
There's a little
voters.
notch.
We're going to sit this next
Right
election
here.
now.
That's right. They don't want it to be
And then look, there's like a
inflation
little
or open borders. It's the new
air
cost
vent
of
there.
Yeah.
And
So
it
when
goes
you
over
look
here,
at
look.
the last
That's
debate they
plugged
had
up
on
there.
NBC,
Oh,
which
look
was a
it.
complete disaster.
This is
There
what
was anything spoken about domestic issues.
this is pushing and pulling
Now,
air
yes,
right here.
it's supposed
Obviously,
to be
suction.
primarily focused on foreign issues,
Looks like a
but it seems
bladder,
like every time they
I
pass
guess.
a new bill, it's about domestic issues.
Anyway,
and
it's the
they have
right
to debate it's not
carburetor.
about domestic issues, but
We're
what they
gonna
do
keep
is they
these
try to
all.
make the issues small brain.
So yeah, just
right? Something
that actually helps
anybody can
remember.
argue about. So the last debate was about abortion.
That's
so
like that.
Now we're not debating about what are we going to do with our veterans.
And on the top of the carburetor, this was here. Well, you can actually see where it was sitting low.
We got APEC happening now. China has just landed.
See where it was resting.
We're not talking about like the things that
so
actually.
No,
we're talking about are you for the Jews or are you for the Muslims? They don't care. As long as you only obsess on that, they win.
Exactly.
And
you're bad, and I'm bad for a sophisticated message. Because, I mean, our listeners are great, but even a lot of them want me to choose a side. There is no side. It's a
so this
fucking
piece
game.
Here.
That's the game.
It's
That's
got a
they
Phillips.
want you to pick a side, so you're
Down inside there, it looks like a Phillips.
And then it can use you as
I'm definitely going to do that by hand.
So if you're with the Jews,
it's also got a hex head here.
White. And if you're with the Palestinians, then you're playing as black. But guess what? You're just a pawn on the chessboard.
There's got to be something holding that in. Or...
as the pieces. There is no side. The only side is to be an American.
Oh wow, it just came right out. Look at that.
Domestically, what's been happening in the Middle East is older than all of us. So that is something that they're going to have to handle.
And you know, I noticed this here is kind of a little bit scratched up looking.
Over there, what about here? Like I said, we're going through an economic transformation.
I may want to.
Basel III, CBDC.
Yeah, that's got. Well, that's got. Look at that.
Changes in human history are coming in. For beyond market of the beast,
well, that's market. I don't know if that's. That might not be good.
Dream, and we're not even discussing it.
That's where it's gotten dirt and grit and grime.
All these wars and all the rest of it, they're bringing in the big one.
It's got to
be
clean.
Bringing in the big one right in front of our faces.
This guy here looks pretty good though.
Digital ID in the United States.
I don't see any cracks or any holes.
It's supposed to be rolled out in 2015. It got
definitely have to take this apart and clean this and clean this.
Somewhere around that time or thereafter, we'll receive the CBDC. The
I'm definitely gonna have to find something though.
Now, let's talk about capital outflows. I know we're gonna
That's definitely it's scratched up.
Hang on,
check that out. I don't know if
so what's happening is the
you see that. I can't see the camera.
Down their citizens. They want to lock down their chattel
Look at that
property, and they're going to do that
see
through
that
currency.
And they tell you the currency where you can spend it. That's key.
See where that's scratched up?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So the IMF.
I may be able to just use some real
capital flow management, and what they're
120 grit or 200 grit emery cloth or something like that. Just kind of polish that up a little bit after I clean it. I may have to get a new rebuild kit because that could be letting air go through there. And I think that's supposed to be airtight. I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to go on YouTube and watch some videos. Mental note for TK. All right. This is white here. What's that?
Xi Jinping meeting in San Francisco with all the big tech leaders. And
as far as that going in there a certain way.
This is a big powwow going on. What do you make of that?
So the APEC meeting
this little guy here
is this week, 11th through 17th.
Goes right where that hole
today, according to
that's a good way to remember where that bladder goes.
Today they're going to be talking about CBDC. She said that during her opening speech yesterday. So we're waiting to see.
Definitely want to be careful with this needle valve
see
here.
What they say about that.
Where it goes. It goes down in there.
Probably going to be.
Yeah, when you're throttling the throttle, them move back and forth, and then the fuel sprays in there.
They're going to be concerned with capital outflows.
But yeah, you can see where that goes. Check that out. That goes right there over the
banking private sector. So these are the three main things that they're.
So that's dummy proof.
Obviously, cross.
Now I got to figure this guy out here.
Are going to be discussed. But the big thing is
looks like a number 3. I'll do that by hand.
That's basically saying let's
that looks
increase
very
tax base. There are people currently transacting in cash. We don't want that because we can't watch it. We can't tax it. So financial inclusion.
Okay, it felt like it. Yeah, it loosened up. I turned it
can't get to a bank account
counterclockwise.
So issue this digital wallet.
It was just a little bit of a turn. It feels like it's going to fall out.
It's going to come with incentives and premiums, and they'll say, "Hey, 20% off."
Yep.
Your
Now this needle's loose.
But you can only spend it where they say. And then
yeah, it's loose. Okay, so it just turns. It's like a half a turn.
That's correct. So they have like the dirhams, this currency, they're talking about just.
So we're gonna have to definitely keep that away from Sullivan.
People who use this stuff, because people aren't adopting it.
But it is in
There's
the
a spring
IMF
here.
paper. It says specifically, it says two things in regards to restrictions. One of them is if you hold on to the currency,
This here looks good. This needle valve.
20% could come out every week, up to a
There's a
certain
spring there.
threshold.
It incentivizes owning nothing, having nothing.
Correct. You have to spend it. They want to push that money into the economy, so it'll slowly disappear.
So this goes against all the basic rules of wealth and success. It's diametrically opposed to us being independent and secure.
Oh, it's absolutely anti-free market capitalism. Absolutely. This is Karl Marx's dream we're talking about here. Like Karl Marx, Lenin, Stalin, you could have put them all in the room together, Mao, and they never would have come up with anything that's genius, okay? They are in their graves right now.
That's what pushes up against the back of that, so that goes back and forth. Okay, that makes sense.
This off
that's pretty cool.
In a so-called capitalist
okay, so I'm going to put that in here. I'm not going to put that in solvent. I'll definitely
the Muslims or the Jews.
Take a piece of
choose to support one of those, you're
emery cloth on that real lightly. Something.
That's what you're choosing.
Clean this up.
But one of the restrictions of the CBDC, like you said, is
I do see it looks like
what you can purchase is going to be a huge
washer down there. I don't know if that's going to.
It's not that we're against the Muslims or the Jews. We don't do
there
anything.
It went.
It makes
Okay,
you feel good.
Definitely.
It's like having sex.
Glad I paid attention to that.
But take care of yourself and your
so
family.
that's on the inside there.
Correct.
This little tiny washer.
Was it New York that was talking about? Okay. There is a state that is talking about. No, I'm sorry. It's either Chicago or Detroit where they're going to have government-run grocery stores. 17
Chicago.
So that
Chicago. Thank you. So Chicago wants government-run grocery stores. This sounds like, Bolshevik Russia right now. And so
it's got a little.
Chicago
where it raises up here a little bit.
Well,
I don't know if you can see that.
What currency
where that raises up a little bit, but I found that to be, and just to make sure I'm right.
Got to set everything off to make you use it.
Correct. Then you have some of these states are starting to get smart and use Article 1, Section 8 to their own advantage.
Yeah, because that spring.
It says that only gold and silver can be transacted as a currency outside of the legal tender. And some states are working to create a stable coin backed by gold.
Spring go.
And stable coins are going to be a thing. So you have this world of stable coins and CBDC, which work kind of side by side. So the best example of a CBDC right now that nobody is talking about is JP Morgan coin or JPM coin. Now the JPM coin is doing $1 billion in transaction each day, and this is just at the wholesale level. Now we know that the Federal Reserve was created at Jekyll Island by JP Morgan and Company.
Yep.
So this is a machination of the JP
definitely,
Morgan cartel.
Okay, I get it.
It's the top of the pyramid.
Correct. So
that
when you have the people who created the Federal Reserve,
and that washer was on. Nope, the washer was on the other side. Check it out.
On the board of the Federal Reserve while being
nope,
CEO
that makes sense. That washer's on that side. That helps keep that airtight.
They're working on JPM
and then that little spring.
Now they say,
that goes down inside there, just turns a half turn clockwise to put it back on.
Okay, this may be true, but they're definitely exploring.
I'm gonna double check when I take this the left carburetor. I'm gonna make sure that washer.
By Republicans, and it basically said we want to stop.
Yeah, because when I took this needle out here,
pushed out the
I could see that.
CBDC bill.
So that is right. Okay, cool.
To explore
So we're going to put
CBDCs.
that
And they're basically saying that's
back with
unconstitutional. You're not allowed to look at a new form of money without congressional approval. So there's some bills being introduced.
Well, that was my next question.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that on that needle.
How do we do this? How do we protect ourselves from the Chi-Coms and the EU? And the EU, they're going to roll it out.
You know how, like, these washers will have, like, a... one side of them will be like rolled and shiny, and the other side will be flat and dull. It's raised. The washer's raised, so that would be the top.
So obviously, you know,
that's real important.
They target black populations.
I mean, that's like a millimeter, couple, maybe 2 or 3 millimeters.
Under the guise of financial inclusion, they're going to target.
Oh gosh, man, this table. So this is from Lockheed Martin, and it's got this deal that pulls out from underneath. This is all metal.
Same thing with the vaccine.
Anyway, it's got these points right here. Man, boy, you got to watch your knees on this. Been a while since I sat here.
Many moons ago.
Man, this is open heart surgery, man. So, okay, this is the right. That goes there. I'm definitely going to have to come up with a non-solvent cleaner. I don't want to get any solvent on this at all. Man, that'll eat a hole right through it. Definitely something that doesn't have any thing that'll eat that plastic. But yeah, that has definitely gotten dirty, and that scarred that up, and it scarred the inside of it. Anyway, like I was showing you guys, that's back there. All right, let's move on. Yeah, there's I mean, that don't look too bad on this side.
They're going to teach Black people their version of financial literacy.
Not too bad.
And it's going to include why the CBDC is good.
That's pretty. Just on the inside there, I showed you guys.
Racist. You're a Trump-supporting racist. That's how
the throttle body looks good.
So it's very important for us to.
So yeah, I gotta take this off next. This is obviously the floats in here. I don't see an idle or a jet screw. Yeah. I seen a. I need to clean this. It may be these two here. See, that's the bottom of the. No, that's a drain. Yeah. It's definitely. No, it's got a vacuum on it. So, if you were going to drain these carburetors, that would be the low point. Yeah, I bet that's what that is. You pull this screw out, and that lets that. But I mean, you could never get to this. You got to take the carburetors off the bike, unless you could get like I got that real long screwdriver to take off the bottom screw that on the boots on the bottom of this here, where it goes to the intake. But yeah, I mean, there may be a way to get to that. Maybe a way to get to that. But really, I'm not going to take that out. There's no reason. I'm going to leave that alone. There's a Phillips, excuse me, a flathead here, straight head. That may be a jet there. It's real close to the throttle. And there's a hole right there by it. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely make note of that and count how many times. Let's see where it's at.
People understand what's happening. We can just reject this. Just like
it's all the way in. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, which I don't think that even matters. It was all the way in. I don't think I have to worry about that.
But folks, this is so draconian.
That is definitely.
And Hotep Jesus is absolutely.
Look at that.
And he covers it every day. He could not talk about this, and he's already a Fox News co-host, and does a great job.
I counted 16. It was all the way in.
But he's not shutting up about it because
this was all the way in.
Ladies and gentlemen, and it's here.
I'm definitely going to have to look up on YouTube on that. But I got to remember that spring's on there. This is going to have to be cleaned. That definitely looks like a idle screw or a jet screw. So put you right there.
And populists and nationalists being elected everywhere, and black people.
And just for my memory, that came out.
And Hispanics as well.
Right here by the
people out there are getting this quickly.
This would be the top of the carburetor. It's right here by the bottom where the boot goes into the intake, where the carburetor goes into the intake.
Wrong to be optimistic.
Down by 20
right there, right next to this
quarter with 5 minutes to go.
Throttle. The actual flap. The floppy man. That's definitely. It was all the way in. I didn't. I mean,
talk about with my platform. And I choose to talk about.
I'm not taking that one out. That's just a drain. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and I gotta find me a really good tiny number 1. Make sure it fits real tight before I loosen those. So let me do that, and I'll pause the video.
Ben Shapiro. I'm forced to toss themselves on to this.
Okay, we're back.
Struggle happens to be Palestinian.
Okay, so
Islamophobia, right?
I'm going to take off this here. It looks like the... I loosened them up a little bit.
They flip the switch on the 7th, it all jumps tracks to this. Keep going.
I
Sorry.
don't see any lock pushers on that.
The press secretary talks about Islamophobia. Then you have Kamala Harris, or Malaka Harris, talks about Islamophobia. And really all this stuff is about censorship of speech. It's about just slowly peeling away the First Amendment. And you know, the Fabian socialists are represented by the turtle. Used to be a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they like to really take away rights slowly. So that's what this stuff is moving towards. Not only that, but also divide, right? Divide and conquer is always one of their tactics. But to keep people in a state of chaos.
I was expecting that to be really gummied up. It's not.
Undecided if they were going to vote or not, but now you have this whole conflict, and you have
many people floats look good, guys.
They're now going to go out and vote, so they're going to make this the new issue. Particularly Democrat voters. We're going to sit this next election now.
Definitely got some water here. See that?
Yeah. So when you look at the...
But I mean, man, I was expecting this to be really bad.
It was a complete disaster. There was hardly anything spoken about domestic issues. Now, the United States government is supposed to be primarily focused on foreign issues, but it seems like every time they
this is the right side.
Domestic issues, and then they have a debate, and it's not about domestic issues. But what they do is they try to make the issues.
You know, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this up, so I'm gonna have to take this gasket out.
Can argue about. So the last debate was about.
So we'll use that little
so
flathead.
Now we're not debating about what are we gonna do with our veterans, what are we gonna do with our
currency,
our economy.
It doesn't seem like it's in there too bad.
APEC happening now. China has just
it seems like it's
we're not talking about
just laying in there.
No, we're talking about are you for the Jews or are you for the Muslims? They don't care. As long as you only assess on that, they win.
Exactly.
I was kind of hoping maybe that would just pop out. I got it with my finger. Check it out. Try not to scar these up. I don't want to buy a rebuild kit.
It's a freaking game.
That's the game. They want you to pick a side, so you're
this
divided,
definitely has to be cleaned up.
And then they can use you as pieces.
And she came out of there good.
So
she's good so far.
Jews, then you're playing as white.
So far.
If you're with the Palestinians, then you're playing as black.
Good.
But guess
Nothing's
what? You're
breaking.
Just a pawn on the chessboard,
just a little
and
dirty.
They're playing with you as the pieces.
Okay, that is the right side.
The side is to be an American and focus on what's happening domestically.
And then we'll be able to clean that up real good.
All of us. So that is something that they are going to have to handle.
We'll shoot some
carb
cleaner through that.
But while you're looking over
we'll get this
there,
cleaned up. Look at that. That's got water
in
there.
Like I said, we're going through an economic transformation, and nobody's talking about it.
Right side carburetor.
CBDC. IMF is
That's right. The biggest changes in human history are coming in.
Okay, I'm going to have to take these floats.
Total control. Every tyrant's wet dream, and we're not even discussing it. So while we're busy watching all these wars...
Okay, I'm going to have to take this pin out here.
They're bringing in the
I'll probably have to punch that out
in front of our faces. So I know that the
guys, check it out. See that water beating up right there?
Real ID
Look
is
at
supposed to be rolled out in
That's
2015 and got pushed back.
So there's definitely water in here.
Somewhere around that time,
but that ain't why it was falling on its face.
The CBDC, the central bank digital currency. Now, let's talk about capital outflows. I know we're going to get boring for our viewership, but hang on, okay? So what's happening is
those floats look good. I don't see any cracks.
They want to lock down their chattel.
I mean, that looks like normal. They need to be cleaned up. They're a little dirty.
And they tell you the currency where you can spend
it. Yeah, they definitely got some.
That's exactly
see it with the light. You can see the dirt on there. So yeah, we'll clean these up gently.
Flow management, and what they're basically saying is,
and these are in gasoline all the time, so I can put them in the fuel and clean them with some fresh gas.
If you want to be a liberated, sovereign individual and you want to trade your USD for some other foreign currency,
so this pin's going to have to come out. So I got to take that out.
To do that. And this is the world dividing between West and East. Because the U.S. doesn't want to see their money go to Russia.
I mean, from this point, I should be able to.
And this is a big war summit with Xi Jinping meeting in San Francisco with all the big tech leaders.
This is definitely.
And energy directors lining
He's got to be cleaned out. This has got to be cleaned out.
So the APEC meeting is this week, 11th through the 17th. Today, According to
So
Secretary
yes,
of Treasury
okay.
Janet Yellen, today is the day they're going to be talking about CBDC.
I think I might
She
have to
said
have a
it during
punch for
her opening
this.
speech
Let's see if I
yesterday. So we're waiting to see some of those transcripts come out and see what they say about that. It's probably going to be much more of the same, where they say financial inclusion. They're going to be concerned with capital outflows. They're going to be concerned with damaging the banking private sector. So these are the three things that they're concerned with. Obviously,
but I'm going to have to punch that out with a punch.
Are going to be discussed. But the big thing is financial inclusion.
All right, I'm going to pause that and I'll get my punch.
Let's increase our
should have some over here.
People currently transacting in cash.
Okay, we're back. All right, 91. Honda Goldwing carburetor. So I'm taking the float pin out. I just took a pick set and just pushed it through.
You're choosing not to support yourself. That's what
and there she goes.
But one of the restrictions of the CBDC, like you said, is
and I think what I'll do,
what you can purchase is going to be a huge.
I'm going to put these screws back in here in the bottom.
We don't do anything. It makes you feel good.
That way I don't get them mixed up, and it ain't going to hurt to clean them.
But take care of yourself.
Put them in there pretty far.
You have some.
And then when I get this float off here in a second, I'm going to put that pin back with the float, of course. Because I'm going to be able to clean that in the fuel. So,
Chicago, thank you. So Chicago,
they're definitely dirty.
Run grocery stores. This sounds like, you know.
But right here is where I really got to pay attention.
So think about that. Chicago government stores. Well,
I've never, let me see here, this kind of a float, okay.
Exactly.
Oh, that guy just, okay.
And that's why they got to set everything off to make you use it.
Correct.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
Some of these states are starting to get smart and
use that little guy there just
to their own advantage, where it says that only gold and silver can be transacted as a currency.
So we're going to keep that in there.
The legal tender. And some states are working to create
and that is the right carburetor.
And stable coins are going to be.
These look good. I just need to be cleaned up. I don't see, like, you know, any damage or cracks.
Side by side. So the best example of a CBDC right now that nobody is talking about is JP Morgan coin or JPM coin. Now the JPM coin is doing $1 billion in transaction each day, and this is just at the wholesale level. Now we know that the Federal Reserve was created at Jekyll Island by JP Morgan and Company.
So I know I'm going to have to
a machination of
probably
Morgan cartel
take these. That's definitely letting some air in there.
So,
suction.
When you have the people who created this,
I'm definitely going to want to go on YouTube and look at some videos about these different. Like I said, I think that one I took out down here.
Being CEO of JP Morgan Chase.
That seems like that's a jet screw there.
They're working on JPM.
Yeah, right here on the bottom where this carburetor hits the intake. The boot, you got a rubber boot. I got to buy the boot kit for that.
May be true, but they're definitely exploring that. Just the other day, we had an anti-CBDC
put them in there just for kicks and giggles. Kicks and giggles. Kicks and giggles.
All funding, basically, this is because you know Biden pushed out the CBDC.
These are going to have to be sprayed out. I got some hard plastic here.
And they're basically saying that's unconstitutional.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to look at a new form of money.
I'm definitely just going to be spraying these and kind of brushing them. I want to stay away from that plastic. I don't want to get that ate up.
How we protect ourselves from the Chi-Coms and the EU, they're going to roll it out.
And then, like I said, I'm going to do something with that. But anyway, okay, all right. I think that's pretty good for that one for now.
Who has them, right?
So we'll just.
So Bahamas got it first, Nigeria got it second, and then
kind of set that aside. Well, I don't want to.
Jamaica, right? So obviously you know that they target.
I don't want to set that on the floats.
First, okay? So what do you think is going to happen in America? Under the guise of financial inclusion, they're going to target the black
right side
first. So
okay, so pretty much repeat this process for the left side.
What's the point there?
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, other than
vaccine, right? You had Stanley Plotkin.
Looks like this idle. I don't have to take that apart. I can leave that on there.
Many moons ago, and they tested millions of people.
There's another one of those. This one here actually has
people come out with defects. He said, yeah,
one of these three-way.
Right. So they use
1, 2, 3.
third world nations.
And that's right underneath the float.
Test grounds,
incubators,
not only as incubators, right?
Yeah.
Not only for vaccines, but now also for financial.
It's very similar to the other side,
going on a while through
except it didn't have a. I don't remember it having one of these on there. Let me look. I don't remember.
Anyway, so
let's see here.
Another thing the IMF
On the
talks
bottom
about is
of the
financial
right
literacy. So they want to get to the minds of black people before you do.
Okay, here it
so
is.
What they're going to do is they're going to
yeah. There's nothing. There's no
their version of financial literacy, and it's going to include why the CBDC
side.
is good. And if you hate the CBDC,
so like I said, the left
racist,
side seems to be the main cat.
Racist. That's how they're going to spin this. So it's very important for us
that
to
is definitely major important there. It's letting, there's a
and
little tiny hole right there.
Position ourselves to the black community so
right
that we
there.
become voices that
that's
they
in
would
that
like
bowl.
to listen to. Therefore, we can educate
and that's
them
definitely in line with that screw. So that's definitely something with air.
And then everybody
idle.
Else will sort of fall in line. So
just guessing.
How do we combat this? I think you got
first motorcycle carburetor. Okay.
I think his name is
that back over there.
Forget his first name.
Stay right there, Hotep. You always knock out of the park. This is incredible. You're getting the best analysis of this.
Make sure we're not damaging that float.
And the good news is black
she's
folks
good.
are rejecting the borders, all of it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the video. I really don't.
The globalists want to shoehorn this all in through black.
Need to probably make a video on the other side.
Let's talk about it and how we stop this.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
And we'll talk about
just for my own reference.
Nikki Haley with her internet system of internet IDs.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep it recording.
The tyranny we've been living under has been bad. That was a foreshadowing. That was an hors d'oeuvre. A light breeze compared to a typhoon or hurricane or tornado.
Boy, she's pretty bad. That's where that bowl was holding water.